folks, it's Lauren, and today I got a package from Chic Sparrow in the mail, so I'm going to be unboxing this on camera for you. I have been ordering a lot of things from Chic Sparrow lately because they had an amazing sale over the holiday season. Chic Sparrow is one of my absolute favorite journaling related companies that's out there. I love their products so much. I have some amazing covers that I've purchased from them, and I just can't stop buying more because they're amazing, especially when certain leathers are retired and I'm worried that I will never have the opportunity to buy them again. So that's what this is. This is a retired leather that they had in their sales section, and I didn't know how much longer it would be around, so I figured I would snag it, and I'll open it up for you folks right here. So I don't know if you've purchased anything from Chic Sparrow in the past, but a lot of what I buy from them comes in this amazing paper, and I have a bunch of it around, and I've been thinking I might try to cut it up and maybe use it in a journal spread somewhere. I don't know, but I save it because it's beautiful. All right, here's my product warranty and a little sticker. I also got a few leather samples in here, so there are a couple things, but the main thing, oh, I've already kind of spoiled myself, seeing what it feels like, but here it is. Oh, I love it. Okay, so it has some interesting character on the back here. It's harder to see on camera. Most of this cover is very smooth, and there are a couple little places with wrinkles, but I'm glad that they're on the back because I do like the character, but I prefer for the front to be smoother. And it looks like it's pretty true to color on camera, but it is a very dark, very shiny green. This is the Hollywood leather from their Enchanted Woods collection. And I missed the boat on Enchanted Woods, and I wish that I hadn't missed it. I'm hoping at some point I can pick up a used one in one of the buy-sell trade groups on Facebook, but I do really like dark green, and this was the only Enchanted Woods leather they had left in their store, so I thought, you know, it's meant to be. I'm just going to get this one. It has a black elastic on it, but this actually is not a traveler's notebook. It is a folio. Oh, here are some leather samples. We can take a look at those afterwards. Oh, the leather on the inside is even smoother. I love the feeling of this leather. Wow. It's so smooth and shiny. I love it. So the difference, if you are unaware, between a folio and a traveler's notebook cover is that folios have pockets where you can slip your front and back cover, or just one or the other, depending on what you like to do. But they don't have any elastics on the inside that you can attach books to the way that traveler's notebooks do. I've been really into folios lately, so I thought this would be a good one to add to my collection. This is in the B6 Slim size. Oh, and I just love this. I love it so much. Oh man, I'm definitely going to end up using this one a lot, especially during the holiday season and in the winter. It's such a pretty color. Wow. Oh, I'm so glad I got this. So while I have this here, I'm going to test it on a few different B6 Slim notebooks that I have around, just to kind of let you see how it fits. This is the main one that I use. The other thing about B6 Slim as a size is that it can be kind of inconsistent depending on the company. B6 Slim is not like a very standardized size. This is the notebook that I specifically bought this for. It is a Nanami Café Note. It still has the old Tomoe River paper in it, which is pretty hard to find these days. I've been working on this one for the past couple of years, so I'm about halfway through. It's one of my absolute favorites. I'm just gonna see how this fits. So I'm pretty sure this is gonna be a bit of a baggy fit. Yeah, so there's plenty of room for this. I don't really mind if it's not a super snug fit. In fact, I tend to get a little bit anxious when it's too snug because I worry that it won't fit in there. I don't mind having a little bit of extra space on the top and bottom of the notebook. So I'm just going to go ahead and slide the front and back covers into here. Very easy to get them in. Now, if you ever end up with a folio from Chic Sparrow specifically, possibly other companies as well, and it doesn't slide right in, sometimes you have to put like a butter knife inside the pockets because the glue that they use can kind of get stuck. So if you're having trouble, you can kind of reach in and push the glue back up to the stitch line. Oh, I love it. So this is with the B6 Slim Folio, Chic Sparrow. Looks like with a Nanami Café Note in B6 Slim. There's a little bit of extra room on the top and the bottom, but it doesn't bother me. And there's also a little bit of room here. Kind of perfect, actually. This is exactly the way that I like it. I have one other type of B6 Slim notebook that I wanted to show you here to see if that fits in a different way. This is the MD Notebook, the B6 Slim Grid. I bought this thinking it would be good for collages, and I have not used it yet, so I'm going to go ahead and open it up. These notebooks have a really nice, clean, unfinished look, which I thought was really nice. And then they have the MD paper, which is, I believe, the same paper that's in the Traveler's Company notebooks. Let's take a look. So compared to the Café Note, as I said before, it's not a standard size, so the Café Note is a little bit wider, but it's pretty much exactly as tall. There's no difference in height. And even without the fact that I've chunked up some of these pages in the Café Note, you can kind of see from the spine that the MD paper notebook is thinner. It's not quite so thick. But let's see if it's completely swimming in the Chic Sparrow B6 Slim Folio. It's been my experience. I have used Chic Sparrow Traveler's Notebooks as folios in the past, but I find that they're a little bit bigger and therefore more roomy than I like when I use them as a folio instead of as a Traveler's Notebook. Oh, there's also a bookmark in there. So yeah. I don't think it's going to bother me a ton, but it is swimming in there quite a bit more, specifically here. Okay, and a little sideways. All right, so it's not bad. It's better than nothing for sure. And I honestly am probably going to use this for collaging, so it's going to get bigger, and as I fill it up, it'll definitely be a thicker notebook, and I think I will like the cover, the fit of the cover more on this one as I fill it up. But like I said, I didn't buy it specifically for this notebook. I bought it for this one, and I thought that this was pretty perfect. Just thought in case you had an empty notebook in B6 Slim lying around and you were curious about the fit, then now you know. All right. Well, I love it. I'm really happy that I bought it. It always happens to me where, because leather is a little bit different depending on where on the hide it was, every piece of leather is unique and amazing. I way prefer the texture of the leather on the inside of this notebook, but when I open it to write in it, I can do this and it'll make me super happy. This is really beautiful though. Oh, it's so nice. Just look how, that just reminds me of winter. It just reminds me of cozying up by the fire, and I love it. It's like a beautiful dark evergreen. Wow. And then in case you were interested, these are the samples that I got. So this is February. This is the Chic Sparrow February Limited leather for 2022. It has a red, like there are red wrinkles and red pull-up. I don't really know how to describe this leather. It's not particularly soft to the touch. but it is really nice and flexible, and it's very soft on the other side. Yeah, look how red that is. Just thought that that would be an interesting sample to have because it's such a unique and beautiful leather. So these two are from the Callahan collection. I actually already have a few notebooks in this leather. This is the Yaffe leather. It's one of my absolute favorites. And to be honest, I ordered a sample of it because I wanted to make like a little pen loop or some other small accessories with this piece. But I love Yaffe. It's a really soft, almost velvety leather. Some pieces are more velvety than others, as I have learned, and I love it. And then this one is Spencer, which I don't own. I don't have a cover that uses this leather, but I wanted to see what it's like. And it's not as dark in person as I was picturing it from seeing different photos on their website, but it has the same similar, almost velvety feel. And they both have kind of a, I guess what they describe as a medium hand. This one's a little thicker, this one's a little thinner, but it will depend on the piece of leather that you actually get. Thanks so much for joining me today and watching this unboxing video. I look forward to making another video for you folks. If you want to see more of my Chic Sparrow collection, let me know. I'm not sure if I should do individual reviews, kind of a big collection video. I have a lot of covers from them that I've collected over the years, and I would love to show them to you. So let me know if that's something you'd be interested in the comments below. And so while you're there, I'd love for you to answer this question for me. When it comes to your journal covers, traveler's notebooks, folios, whatever they might be, do you prefer to go with a color or to go with a neutral, like a brown or a black? Let me know. I want to hear about it. Hope you have a really good day.